Friday the 13th. I'm hoping that all this lot is going to put somebody off the match at Southfield tomorrow because I'm first reserve. It is the 14th of January, we're off to Southfield, a venue a lot of you know. It's going to be hard. I've actually got on as first reserve, a couple of lads have dropped out, so for whatever reason, if you're watching, hope it's for reasons that are okay, lads. So I'm on, there's 42 booked on, it's going to be hard, we know it's going to be hard. We're going to be fishing for a bite, that's going to be the quest, to be fair. Well, that was a cracking breakfast, absolutely stuffed now. Right, pegs, we've drawn, and it looks like there's 39 anglers fishing, which Scott Rispin's happy with, because that was everybody who told him last night that was actually coming, so that's great. I've got on the match, like I say, as first reserve, so I've got it anyway, so that's great. I've drawn peg 54. A lot of these pegs don't mean anything to me, to be fair, because every peg I've drawn I've had to fight for bites anyway. There's not many features out there, so you know, but there are areas that are more favourable. I've fished 54 a couple of times, and the peg's either side of it. It's right on the, for you guys that know it, it's right where, I think it's about 2 pegs away from where the gate is at the end of the long lane, so I think I'm somewhere there. It's, you know, I'm confident in catching 1 or 2 fish there. It's a cold wind. I don't know who's in my section, I've not looked yet, but I'm obviously just making my way to the venue now. All I know is Wayne Bartholomew's on peg 40, decent area. And other than that, the only thing I know is Richard Vaughan he's over in the woods. He's over in the woods, I think there's a 5 peg section over there, but that's in a section on its own, which I think is quite good what Scott and Mick have done. They put that in as its own section, so if it does fish hard, hopefully, because it's only a 5 peg section, it'll be pretty fair. 50 quid for the section, £102 to the winner today, plus the optional £2 pull, paying the top 3 out, and that's it. So I can see the wind's blowing a little bit, but I'm not sure what direction it's going to be. I think it might be on my bank from the right and in, I think. I'm not sure, but I'll know once I get down on the bank. As you can see, even though there wasn't a frost or anything in Sheffield, we've just come down the lane and all the puddles are all iced up, which is obviously not very favourable, but there you go. We don't mind it being hard as long as it's fair, that's all we want. So I think I'm round about my peg here. Let's go and have a first look at the venue. Yeah, I think that wind's going to be blowing from the right and in. That's the gate end, the gate, and this is the long bank. For those of you that don't know, there's all the broken ice, and there we go. Yeah, the wind's in the direction I thought it might be. Don't know if you can hear me very well, but I don't know how far up here we're going today. I don't know what he's pegged it up to, so I'm on 54, so let's have a look. The work they've done on these pegs is absolutely brilliant. I mean, as you can imagine, this bank gets a lot of hammer for the wind, you know, the waves hitting it, and they really reinforced the pegs. Look, they've done a cracking job, brilliant. Don't know which way the sections are going. We are fishing 10:15, well, 3:15 I believe, so it shouldn't take too long to set up. Obviously a match like this, probably a lot of lads only put 1 rod up anyway, so what peg number is this one? 56, I believe that is. That's 56, so yeah, I'm just to the left of the ramp, so I'm going to get some winter gear on and get some kit out. Right, I've actually got old Barnsley angler Pete Wadsworth next to me. I think we're going to be talking all day long. I haven't seen him for years, early 90s. Great to see him fishing. He's into his barbel fishing and that now, so I think we're going to have plenty to talk about. Quick look at the kit. Mixed today. The basis is Special G green. I'm just going to put that through a sieve, make sure it's nice and fine. two identical rod setup, 3.6 metre S-class, Aquas 5000 reels with braid, submerge, 0.10 braid, 8 metre shot leaders, landing net 4, that's the 4 metre version Ethos one, Mark II, fluoro, got some fluoros in here, some worms, obviously the ground net I've got to put through the sieve. I've got the new 4 metre river keep net, it's brilliant on here with it being 4 metres, you set back from the water a little bit, and that just means obviously there's plenty of the net still in the water, and when that wind gets going it can blow through these holes which are designed for rivers. Fantastic on venues like this. Longer rod rest, that's just to stabilise it. Like I say, I want to fish one main line at 40 metres and just see how it goes for the first couple of hours. Got the sun on us at the minute, keeping the temperature up a bit. Wayne Bartholomew's down here on peg 40. Just going to get a couple of hours and just monitor it really. And up there we've got Scott Rispin and Mick Axon's up there as well, going up to peg, I think peg 70 is the end. So yeah, the wind's keeping the temperature down as you'd expect, but that sun's on us, so that should be alright. Got plenty of coffee, so I'm just going to time cast first couple of hours. And the good thing about this venue is I'm positioned straight forward, so I can quickly and easily see left and right just to see if, you know, if there are any fish caught, and if there are, then I can see where they're casting and stuff and just make any decisions after that. So that's it. Just going to feel my way into it, and yeah, hopefully we're all going to get a few bites. I had a few people on the last vlog asking about the kit and the kit that I'm using and why I changed it for different venues. This is the new silverfish landing net, lovely and light, brilliant, just a nice size for bream and skimmers and small carp as well if you're on that sort of venue. This sort of venue that I'm on, as you can imagine, can be quite wild with the wind and stuff and rain. Because it's open like that, the side tray box is absolutely perfect for that, and you can set it so that it grips at whatever angle you want, so you can have it up, down, or just you can just open it when you're filling your feeder up and then cast out and then put it down. Great bit of kit on this sort of venue, it's perfect for this sort of thing. I haven't got a roof set up, just using my stink bag just to protect the braid and shot leaders on these rocks. Like I said, I only got 2 rods set up, but I mean that's adequate. Just it's important to protect your line and your braid, because that's that's a common cause of crack-offs as well and downtime in a match. So that's it. 2 minutes to the off. I'm just going to chop a few worms, and I'll speak to you after an hour or so. I've been fishing an hour and a half. I haven't had a sign, not a sign. We haven't heard of a fish being caught. I'm not saying there hasn't been one caught, I'm just saying we haven't heard. It's a bit difficult looking down to the left and right, to be fair, today, because people have got their umbrellas up, so you can't quite see as many angles as what you usually can, but we haven't heard of a single fish caught. Pete Wadsworth on my right, he's not had a sign, and he's just had a phone call from his mate. I don't know who that is. I think he's on about peg 68, 69. He says he's just had a liner, so at least he's got half fish in his peg. But like I say, it's only an hour and a half gone. It's cold. That wind's got up a little bit more, so there's quite a bit of tow on it. As you can see, I mean, I put a stronger tip on anyway, just to account for that, because I know what it's like on here. With it being so shallow, the tow really increases when there's wind on it. But no, I mean, the water's a little bit coloured as well, so not hardly feeding anything, but I'm just fishing for a bite, just to get some sort of indication. Would be a good confidence boost, but that's it. I'm just going to stick at it. Everyone's in the same boat in this section, so like I said, just going to keep monitoring every cast, take it nice and steady, not put hardly anything in, just fishing for one bite at this stage. So yeah, going to give it another hour or so doing what I'm doing, and then just take it from there. Right, we're 3 hours in, and the bank walker's just come up, just getting us a bit of information. He's walked the full length of the match, right from in the trees in the West Lake, and he's walked the full match length along the canal bank and then up this long bank where we are, and there isn't a single fish caught. I've never known it like this, not after 3 hours. Usually there's always pockets of little fish, little pockets of fish, sorry, somebody might have got 2 fish, or there hasn't been anything, nothing. I haven't had a sign. The only sign that anyone's reported to have had is that one line bite that lad's had in the 60s. For the first time here, it really feels like a lottery, and I don't like that. I haven't really tried to trigger bites yet, but I mean, I'm going to try something in the next half hour. I've just unclipped and gone past my feed with a bomb now, just to see if I can search out and try and find a fish. I haven't had any liners, so it's not as though I think there's fish there that are moving about and just not feeding. I've just not had a sign, so I've just unclipped. I've gone past my feed. I'm going to give that another 15-20 minutes, because it's the middle part of the match that's a bit iffy anyway, even on a normal day. So I think if this doesn't work, the chance of getting one over the feed is going to be in the last hour. So I'm going to give this another 15 minutes, chuck a bomb round different spots, just try and snare one, and if not, I'm going to go back over my feed and just hope to snare one in the last hour. But yeah, it's a bit grim. 4 hours in, and we've just heard that the grand total of fish caught on the whole match is 1. We've just heard the lad on the end peg 72 here, he's got one about £5, and that's it. We've not heard that anybody else has even had a bite, so all to play for. If not, we're going to be drawing out for sections, which is even more of a lottery than sitting here waiting for that tip to go around. The wind's got up a bit. To be fair, when the wind gets up on here, I'm always a little bit more confident in some ways on it now. You can see down a long bank, everyone down there, no one's had a bite down there, and all along that bank nobody's had a bite, and that's looking up to peg 72, which is right on the end. Quite a few people walking about, as you can imagine. So it's one of them things, you walk about and you ain't got a bite, and to be honest, a lot of people would consider that's the time when you should be actually sat in your box, because one bite, especially today, could get you second or even first in the match with one bite, never mind the section. So all to play for. I've just had a period of activity with the feeder and not really triggered anything, not a sign, so I've just gone down the other avenue now, trying to appeal to a greedy fish that might be there. I've got a bigger bait on now, put a slightly bigger hook on. I'm going to get out half an hour, and if that doesn't work, I'm going to just revert back to how I started on a size 16 super match and go back over my feed and just hope as that light starts to fade that I might just nick a fish. But the thing is, everyone knew it was going to be hard, not as quite as hard as this, but the fact that it was a sellout match is testament to the venue and the anglers as well. It just shows you what a popular venue it is, and these hardened northerners are used to these challenges. But that's it all to fish for. One bite gets you the money today when it's like this, so stick at it. Here we are, end section. Let's see some fish.
1 kilo 575.
Let's have a look, Scott. I've heard you got one, mate.
I've got one.
Oh, that 1 kilo?
Yeah,
one fish.
Same size, exactly the same size.
Well done, mate. Brilliant, well done, mate. Got to prove to everyone there are some in. Well done, mate. Is that winning match now? 1 kilo?
No, 2 seconds.
Eh?
Joint second.
Joint second. Have you weighed, Scott?
I have, yeah.
What have you weighed?
Well, same, 1 kilo 575. There was nothing in it.
Sure that weren't same?
It was,
Yeah.
Sure it weren't the same fish, what you've just like
Experience.
Brilliant. What range did you catch that at?
Say 75.
75 metres, have you? Have you fished out there all day?
Pulled big rod out about last hour and a half and used to big one.
Get it a punch.
So.
That's it. Brilliant, job done. It's been alright test, hasn't it?
Oh, that's it, mate.
Well, I think that's it for up here. Line sections, got Rispin, got one last few minutes. That lad's just had one late on at 75 metres. And then I think from where we are here, which is about peg 60, yeah, looking back down that bank, it looks like no one else has caught, but we'll find out after weighing. It's been a real test.
1 kilo 575.
Yeah.
Got yeah, that MPEG, that was one fish with it.
That was
MPEG.
one fish, yeah.
He said it was a big fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good fish that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Regularly showing us how
Getting
to
up
fish
to
it.
crab now. Yeah.
I'm sure you didn't find that the most exciting match you've ever watched. It's done with now. We finished at 3:15. Sun's going down. As you can see, that wind's dropped now. The bank's clear now, but I'm going to have to race off back to Sheffield, so I can't go back to the headquarters. I'm running a bit late already, but there we go. Something about this place, it just, I mean, it looks fantastic, doesn't it? I mean, look at it. But match fishing is about results. I haven't had a bite. Nobody in our section's had any sort of indication. The end peg, which has been 72 today, which is right up here, just short of that tower that you can see on the right hand side. It's short of that, but he's had one fish, one bite, 2 kilo. That's the best weight we've heard. Coming back in that same section, I think Scott Rispin had a fish, one bite, one fish. He's had 1.5 kilo. There's another 1.5 kilo fish caught in that section. So there's been 3 catches in that end section, and then from there, coming right the way through here, right down. This is where Pete's been today, Pete Wadsworth, and I've been next one. I've not had a bite. All this section's blanked. The next section's blanked, and then about peg 34, which might be, I don't know, halfway down this bank, we've heard he's had a fish. Somebody's had one fish there, and that's it. We haven't heard of any more fish caught, so that's 4 fish in the whole match. We don't know if they've caught on that other bank. Like I say, I can't go back to the headquarters, unfortunately. I think they're obviously going to have to draw out for all these sections where we've been, because nobody's caught, so they're going to draw out for them. But like I say, I can't go back to the pub. I've got to get raced back to Sheffield. So that's been it. Thanks for watching. What I will do after this short piece, I'll find the results out when I get home. I'll get the results off Scott Rispin and Mick Axon. Just want to say thanks to you lads for running the matches on here. It's brilliant. It's a thankless task. I couldn't do it, and without you lads doing it, there just wouldn't be any matches on here. Thanks, and obviously that's exactly what Tony Tarf used to do. So Please keep it going, lads, really appreciate it. And I know because I've asked, there are lads that have been here today that haven't had a sign all day. If there was a match here tomorrow, they'd book on it, they'd be here again tomorrow. I mean, that just shows, you know, how popular the venue is, and you know, the lads know it's going to be hard. Simple as that. It's winter and it's that sort of venue. It's bream fishing, so yeah, I mean, I can run through my kit a little bit later when I get back. But like I say, when you've not had a bite, I mean, the mix I've used, I don't know if that's been right or not, I've no idea. The way that it looks, it's just been a little bit of a lottery, other than obviously there's been 3 catches in that end section, so, and someone else has had 2 liners in that section, so that would suggest there's been 1 or 2 fish up there moving about. But you never know, we might have had fish in front of us and we've just not either fished it right, or they just haven't been moving, or they've been out of range. We'll never know. So I'll get the result, I'll put the result up for you, and that's it. I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody who watched the first Thursday night vlog. Really appreciate all the comments, really positive. The questions were brilliant, and please keep sending them in for next week. There'll be another one again on Thursday at 6:30, and I'll just keep that going while the views are there. So I'll put the results up for you, and I'll put a little quick list of the kit that I've used. I fished 50 metres, and I know I've not had any bites, I've not caught any fish, but the kit has been spot on for the way that I fished it. The wind got up, I could still hit that range. I'll detail that for you just to give you something to look at, because like I say, you haven't had any fish to see, have you? So, but thanks for watching, really appreciate it. And like I say, I'll keep bringing you this sort of stuff as long as you're all viewing. So, hope you've had a great weekend, everybody, and I'll see you next time.